Hey guys, it's Mikleo. Welcome back to more Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild Master Mode. In the last episode, we took care of some side quests in Kakariko and some shrines, and in this episode, we're finally going to be heading to the Zora region. The region that you're meant to complete first. We are going there last, because I'm very good at order in video games. Honestly, if I'm remembering correctly, it's because back in the first like 9 parts of this was a stream, so I asked people who were watching where I should go to first, and the choice was the Goron region, and then from there it just spiraled out of control. But now we're finally heading there. Man, am I excited. Because honestly, I like the Zora region a lot. I honestly think it's probably my favorite. And that might be because it was the one I did first in my original playthrough of the game, as most people. So like the novelty of the game was still there for me. So like I just grew so attached to it as an area, it just wowed me a lot. And now we're heading in there. Of course, we're gonna start with the tower. And as with all towers, I'm going to prevent myself from using Rivali's Gale to get up the tower. I want to get up it by actually climbing it. And wow, you can tell you were meant to go here first because all of the enemies are. Technically, these are tier 2 enemies, the blue Lizalfos, but that's because it's Master Mode. Everything's tiered up. So these are technically tier 1 enemies. And I'm like fully decked out and completely missing this Octorok. So that's kind of a thing. Alright. Well, let's just skip through that. Oh, these are tier. This one's still a blue Lizalfos, but this one's gold, so that's something. Could be tier 1 or tier 5,000. I'm still taking it out. Though, I can't knock this one into the water to kill it like I can with other enemies, because Lizalfos can actually swim, being lizards and all. Other than that first surprise hit it got on me, it hasn't been landing any hits, though. I don't want to kill this thing in the water, though, is the problem here, because then it'll drop all of its gemstones in the water. And I don't want that. Come on, so I'm fine with you regenerating, just... Also, the thing with the mighty Lionel shield, I'm pretty sure, is that you can use it as a weapon. If you parry it, it does deal damage. Though that appears... Hey. That appears to be screwing with its durability a lot, so maybe I shouldn't do that. And... one more combo should do it. Hey! There. Now it's done, and we need another shield. Let's do the Guardian Shield Plus. Ooh, it dropped a diamond for us. How kind of it. Alright, well... You really think you're gonna catch me off guard? I saw you coming a mile away, and now you're dead. And you... don't even try it, buddy. Alright, so... I think... I was about to say I thought we were close enough to the the Divine Beast for its effect to take place, but I don't think that's the case. The effect is perpetual rain, but looking down just at the weather, it's just raining on its own. So I'm just gonna ignore these bokoblins and make my way up until... Yeah, see, now... Oh, never mind. That's just me going underneath a platform. I'm like, see, yeah, now the rain has stopped. The rain has stopped for a completely different reason. Yeah, we don't need that. All of our bows are so much better. So yeah, let's just ignore all the enemies and make our way up. Again, I could just Rivali scale up here, but I feel like I owe the towers the respect to do them as they are intended. So now we're gonna want to climb up this. Let's not use all of our stamina. And then from up here, we can glide to this platform. And now we've reached Lanayru Tower. Let's regen our stamina before proceeding to climb. Not that it matters too much. We have so much stamina. 3 wheels. My goodness. So, now let's take a break at this platform. And one more jumping trek to go, and then we are at the top. And now let's activate the last and final tower. And now our map is completely filled in. Complete map of Hyrule extracted. Oh yes. And now let's talk to this Zora. Hey man, what's going on? Groove, your name is? Ah, I could ask you the very same. Well, I'm a Hylian. So, you fell asleep on top of the tower as it rose. I'm so sorry. Yes, I'm a Hylian. You just told me that he can't hear you, my dude. I'll go down and talk to him. And that might be a good plan. You are a Zora, so diving into the water should be no problem. I'll go down and speak to Prince Sidon, though. Godspeed, Groove. I believe in you. Alright. I'll glide down to the bridge and meet the fabled Prince Sidon. Woo!
Say, hey there, young one. Up top, above you.
Here he is! Sidon, the Zora Prince.
Pardon the entrance, but you're a Hylian, aren't you? I was hoping perhaps you'd have a moment to talk.
I have many moments, Prince Sidon. I think I'm gonna stay silent and just let his theme do the talking, because his music is really good. Why I'm Link? I'm sure you have. You have! Then, why don't you help Groove down from the tower? Because if you've been watching me, you must know that I've been to talk to him. I'm not, but I think you're just trying to flatter me, sir. What is it that you want? That's right, I am a strong warrior. Uh-huh. Exquisite! Mm-hmm. Are you sure you just haven't been feeding that line to literally every passing Hylian? You're sure I'm not the first you've said that to? Uh-huh. That's what I'm here for. Sure thing, man. I'm glad. I'm glad I'm the man you thought I was, Prince Sidon. You absolute buffoon. I love him. As does most of the internet. But I don't love him in the same way that the internet does. But I do love Prince Sidon a lot. The cliffs being too wet to climb will not be a problem for me. Electricity, huh? Well, knowing the knowledge that you believe in me inspires me with such confidence. I can't let you down, Prince Sidon. And what is that? A mid-level resistance to electricity. Well, that's quite generous of you. I will not need this, Prince Sidon. Entirely possible. Alright. Well, I can't let you down, you stylish, lovable buffoon. Alright, well... I should heal, huh? It's not that important. Well, first off... I'm going to want to equip the Thunder Helm, because that'll make me just entirely lightning-proof. And let's improve our armor with the Soldier's Greaves. Now let's reach Zora's domain, shall we? Again, with Rivali's Gale, the cliffs not being climbable is a joke. That doesn't matter. But I'm not going to take advantage of it. Let's do this mostly as intended. I say mostly because they probably do not expect you to have the Thunder Helm at this point. However, I am one who has done things very much out of order, so I have this Thunder Helm. Hey, you get down from there. Excuse you. Hey, buddy. Do you attack with thunder weapons? It doesn't look like it. So I'm just gonna knock you out of the way. Let's continue on this path. I haven't actually seen anything that actually attacks with electricity. So that elixir he's given us doesn't seem to be wouldn't have seemed to have gotten to any good use if we used it immediately. And I think when I played, I did use it immediately, so it just ran out before I ever actually encountered any enemies with electric weapons. So, whoops. Get out of here, Octoroks. Ow! How dare you, sir? Oh. Hey, Link! Sorry for calling to you from the river. Since I pressured you into coming, I was not sure you would really come through. I am pleased things are going well. Ever since this strange occurrence, there have been a lot of monsters around here. Be careful as you proceed. And hurry! All of my fellow Zora are anxiously awaiting your arrival. Have you told them of my... I guess he told them that I would be coming. So, we have more people that we cannot let down. And while the Lizalfos can swim, I'm just gonna drop that guy in the river, so I don't have to deal with him. So, let's keep going. So, we've actually already made it a fair amount. Probably about maybe a sixth of the way there, maybe an eighth. There's still a long way to go. Excuse me. But that distance will not deter me. I will make it the entire way. And in fact, let's skip the path a little bit. I don't need to follow the full path, do we? He's attacking us with fire. Too bad that fire will not fulfill its objective. Okay.
Urbosa's fury is ready.
That's good to know. Is Urbosa's fury effective against... I also just noticed on the weather that it's a lightning storm. So... I actually think the first time I played, I got hit by lightning, which was kind of unfortunate. That kind of sucked. Also, Golden Lizalfos. It just broke it on his face. Let's kill this Lizalfos with our 50 power Master Sword. Hey, excuse you. I'm trying to obliterate you with Urbosa's fury, and you're hitting me with your tongue. Ah, you're on fire. That's unfortunate for you, but very fortunate for me. And now, good night. Let's see. Did he not drop me any gemstones? I guess not. Well, that sucks. I was looking forward to those gemstones, but now let's steal these Lizalfos foods. Okay. Sidon should grab our attention soon. Yeah, I think he does at like all of the Zora bridges. Hey, Link! You're almost halfway to Zora's domain. Oh, by the way, there are a few spots up ahead with lots of enemies, but I'm sure you will be fine. I believe in you, Link. Alright. Catch you up ahead, Prince Sidon. You don't have to worry about me. I'm doing just fine. Steal some bass right in front of this guy. Alright, let's be careful not to hit the explosive barrel. Alright, now that we got those apples, let's keep going, and I think... Yeah, I was about to say, I think some boulders are gonna come crashing down, and here they are. Okay. So, we're approaching quite... I meant to pull out my shield, but instead I pulled out my camera, not that it mattered. Let's just climb over it that way. That's quite the conveniently sized boulder, though, stopping our path like that. Hey! No, you don't. Whoops. Ooh, there's one of these. History of the Zora, Part 1. The Eternal Zora's Domain, as told by King Dorephan. The rains have blessed Lineru since ancient times with an abundance of pure, clean water. Seeking a bounty of such water, the Zora gathered there. Thus, as the legends go, the domain was born 10,000 years ago. The land was also rich in ore, and so a unique form of stone masonry was developed to create our new home. The domain is one giant sculpture, a feat of architecture that has drawn admirers the world over. Our great domain will ever stand as a hallmark of the esteemed artist who made it, an eternal symbol of Zora pride. I think we're going to sort of want to keep in mind the location of that. I think there's a bunch of those, and there's a quest later that calls upon you to sort of find them all. Now, I don't know if just finding it once matters, or if I'm gonna have to take a picture of it, or something to that effect later. But for now, let's just keep in mind that there is at least one along this path. And I'm going to shoot these, so these guys just get out of our way, like so. And Prince Sidon should probably call to us from below, if I'm remembering correctly. Oh. And I think I see another one of those historical tablets down there, but we're not going to worry about that for now. There's also I'm going to get that Korok seed. Okay, so the rock should be in this direction. Here it is. Perfect. Now, I think, yeah, I remember actually getting this Korok seed the first time as well. I noticed it. And then couldn't figure out how to escape down here and make it back to the paths. Luckily, we have Rivali's Gale, so we can just kind of make our way out this way from ascending. And you know what? Let's read this one. History of the Zora, Part 4. The Light Scale Trident, as told by King Dorephan. The Queen and I were blessed with a daughter as lovely as a jewel. We named our princess Mipha. To celebrate her birth, the smithy Dento presented Mipha with a gift, a mighty spear called the Light Scale Trident. Mipha grew into a bright girl, and soon reached the age of receiving lessons from the royal family's order of knights. The whole of the royal guard adored her, especially Sergeant Segan, who loved her as if she were his own kin. Under Segan's instruction, Mipha honed her skills, and her radiance grew along with her skill with the Light Scale Trident. As a champion, Mipha made her people proud. However, once the great calamity struck, she was never to return. All of Zora's domain fell into misery. The merest thought of the princess was enough to overcome anyone with tears. As a way of offering her soul repose, they tried to send the Light Scale Trident drifting down the Zora River. But when they did, the trident began to glow, and Mipha's voice rang loud and clear for all Zora to hear. The Light Scale Trident and I are one. Abandon your grief, and know joy once again. Do not cry. Just remember. And so, keeping to her request, on the day of the great calamity, the day that Mipha passed from this world, the Zora venerate the Light Scale Trident and to remember their brave princess. Such is the origin of the Champion Festival. Alright, let's get back to the bridge. And we can see Zora's domain in the distance there. And there's a shrine right there inside it as well. So that'll probably be our first stop. Hey, Link! Look below! Down here! You're still pretty far off, my friend. But I was sure you'd be passing over this bridge, so I've been waiting for you. You will be in Zora's domain before you know it. In fact, I'm going to head that way too. I shall meet you there. Whoa, Link! Beware, warrior. A monster approaches from behind you. Hello! Ow. Oh no! Well, that's quite unfortunate, isn't it? How are we gonna... Maybe I shouldn't have jumped attack it, huh? Oh, good. We can climb this without worry from the rain. So let's do that and get our rest here. I will get revenge on that moblin for sending me off that bridge. In fact, I want to send it off the bridge if I can. Though I'm not sure that'll be quite possible. At the very least, it will die. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna fall off the bridge. But it is dead. And that is what matters. How dare you, Moblin? Now I'm on 3.5 hearts. I should heal, but I have some fairies, so if I run out of health, I'm fine. I mostly just want to wait until I get to the shrine at Zora's domain. And once I'm there, I'll use that shrine to heal. And then we'll be perfectly fine. Hardy radish. Very nice. Good night. Let's get that raw prime meat. Okay. So we're almost there. Just one stretch left to go. Hey, a lightning whiz robe. And it's down. Good night. Wooden shield. I really need to clear my dang album. But it is not this day that I will do that. Okay, so... well, let's look at the next history. This is History of the Zora, Addendum 1. King Zorafon stands his ground. Around 100 years after King Dorephan ascended to the throne, a stray guardian crossed upland Zorana into our domain. The guardian seemed unstoppable. Our best soldier's spears barely left a scratch on its metal hull. It was then that our King Dorephan, without a thought for his own safety, came out to face the guardian himself. With supernatural strength, he lifted the guardian, and hurled it into the ravine. The impact of the fall left the guardian in pieces, and it was never to trouble another Zora ever again. The citizens celebrated the king's valor. From then on, their trust and respect for him grew beyond compare. You can still see the scar he earned that day on his forehead, a token of his triumph. I see. Well, I look forward to meeting such a brave and worthy king, then. Onward! We must meet the king! And that's the divine beast. That's Varuda. We'll be heading there eventually. But for now, let's head to the king and speak with him there. Or head to Zora's domain and speak with everyone there. Let's walk along the ground just in case King Sidon greets us across one of these bridges. Okay. Yep, there is indeed a shrine nearby. It is directly ahead of us. That'll be our first stop once we enter Zora's domain. Our second stop should be the king. And then from then on... I love the Zora's domain music. No, it's kind of overshadowed by rain at this point. Whoa! Yo, I've been waiting for you, Link. Welcome. Behold the pride of my people, Zora's domain. Now I shall introduce you to the king. Hurry! This way! I think we can take the Thunder Helm off at this point and actually show everyone our face. So let's put on the diamond circlet. Actually, let's keep some electrical resistance and put on the topaz earrings. All the Zora running around and a singular Goron. Alright, but yes, first and foremost, let's enter Nia's Yoma Shrine and complete the puzzle here, and this way we'll replenish our health. Pushing power. Okay, so we need to get... Alright, so we need to get the specific orb to roll down and reach the I guess switch is the best word I have for it below. But first, let's go and get the treasure chest. A silver scale spear. I'm not going to want to keep that, so let's just drop our Savage Lionel spear. And now let's drop our silver scale spear and pick up. Do I have a picture of the silver scale spear? I do. Okay. And that's, I believe that's the only chest in here. Yes. Okay, so let's work this out. Well, let's just equip Cryonis and let's drop the orb and figure it out from there, I think. So first we want to do this, and then we raise it, and that'll put it up here, and let's follow it downwards. Dang, my intent there was to sort of stop it, because as you saw, it just kind of ran over the edge. Okay, so we put that down. Now let's raise the orb up here. And let's block it here, perhaps. Let's get rid of that block. And then that will draw it over this way. Well, let's make it move forward now. And then its momentum should be... Okay, now we just want to sorta push it this way. Let's stasis it a little bit, not a lot, just enough to give it some momentum, and now it should roll directly. Perfect! And now we're full on hearts again. Alright. Now that that's done, let's go and actually meet the king. So we need to circle around the outside, and that'll bring us to the second level. Hey! Sup, Trello? I don't recognize you, but you clearly recognize me, because the Zora are extremely long-lived. Wait! What did I do to Lady Mifa? Ruda? I have amnesia, dude. That's an interesting thought. Anyway. Hello, King Donafon was your name? You must be the Hylian that Sidon brought here, correct? You did well to come all the way here. I am King Dorifon, ruler of the Zora. That object upon your waist, is that not a Sheikah slate? Now that I've gotten a good look at you, it is all too clear who you are. You are the Hylian champion, Link. Do not tell me you have forgotten me. The Hylian champion? You can't mean the Link, that champion. So that's where I have heard your name before. What a fateful coincidence that we should cross paths. I cannot believe it. The Hylian champion, Link, has appeared before us. We have met numerous times, I have you know. So many memories. My mind is overflowing with nostalgia, my friend. I have heard a terrible rumor that you had fallen in combat. But it appears you have managed to survive. Extraordinary. I've lost my memory, unfortunately. Come again? You say you have lost your memory. But surely you must remember my precious daughter Mifa, yes? You do you not? I'm sorry, man, it doesn't ring a bell. I cannot believe it. Have you truly forgotten my dear Mifa as well? You and Mifa were so close. Yet you do not remember her? Young hero, please look upon the beauty of Zora's domain. Do you see that statue? Does gazing upon Mifa's immortalized form still not jog your memory? Well, perhaps your memory will return in time. Some of it has, so I'm sure the memory of Mifa will soon come back to me as well. I dearly hope so. Father, I do not believe discussing my sister's helping matters at the moment. Link seems confused. Oh, yes, of course. But first it is worth noting how remarkable it is that Sidon brought a champion here without realizing it. That is quite a feat, my boy. That is a good one. Link, I doubt not that you have endured a great many trials. Still, I must ask you to hear my plea. Now then, hero, I must inform you that Zora's domain is in danger of vanishing because of divine beast Vah-Ruta. I shall do you the courtesy of speaking bluntly. We alone cannot stop this beast. Will you lend us our strength? What? King Dorifon, my liege, please do not speak so. To ask a Hylian for help, why the very thought of it curls my fins. Muzu, I expected more of you. How can you still protest? Muzu, it is rude to speak that way to your king and his guest. Link is here because I invited him. With such unprecedented rainfall, we have no choice but to rely on the aid of a trustworthy Hylian. Have we not already discussed this and arrived at this very conclusion? He is the key to saving Zora's domain. I have no doubt in my mind. Indeed, Link is a champion through and through. As things stand now, Zora's domain, nay, perhaps all of Hyrule, is doomed to be swallowed by the sea. This is bigger than all of us, my friend. Zora and Hylians alike must put aside our differences and band together. Have you forgotten already, my king? We cannot trust these lowly Hylians. 100 years ago, they abused the power of an ancient civilization and turned Hyrule into what it is today. And that is not the least of it. It is their fault that Lady Mipha was lost to us. Link. Divine Beast Varuta has great power. It has the unique ability to create an endless supply of water. Of late, it has been mercilessly spouting water into the air. As a result, this area has been plagued by heavy rains. For us Zora, water and air are as one. So you would not think that this would prove quite so critical a problem. Sadly, the rains have filled the eastern reservoir to nearly to the point of flooding. If the reservoir bursts, as it soon will, I fear immense damage will befall not only Zora's domain, but the area downstream for us. There, Hylian lives are in very great danger. The Divine Beast is crying out once again. The Divine Beast Varuta. Your Princess Zelda often studied the Divine Beasts, that is, in the time before the Great Calamity. According to her research, the orbs located on Ruta's shoulders are mechanisms that can control the water it generates. However, they require electricity to work. These orbs are clearly out of control now because there is no electricity coursing through to stop them. Segan, who is quite shock-resistant for Azora, hit one with a shock arrow. Sure enough, it slowed the water a bit. Unfortunately, as an aquatic race, we Zora are terribly vulnerable to the power of electricity. Perhaps because we could not safely strike it with enough electricity at once, the water soon returned to its full force. That is why I went in search of a Hylian who could help us. Link, I'm certain you have already figured this out, but we need you to use shock arrows to get those orbs working properly again. I will aid you in any way I can, of course. Please, hero, I beg of you, help me stop Ruta's rampage of destruction. What? Princess Zelda herself instructed you to board the Divine Beast and appease it from within. So then, Princess Zelda is still alive. Yes, in Hyrule Castle. She's keeping Ganondorf at bay. Or, excuse me, a Calamity Ganon at bay. I do not believe it. She was alive this whole time, just as you were. The events of 100 years ago cannot be altered, it is true. But if we can gain control of Divine Beasts, they may yet prove useful in sealing Calamity Ganon once and for all. I've already regained control of 3 of them. I did not know you had such grand ambitions, Link. Wondrous. Naturally wondrous. I shall help too. Once it has stopped rampaging, you can easily climb inside it. Come, Link, let us appease Ruta together. I'm in. Let's do this. Thank you, Link. Truly, we are in your debt. Our goal is the same. That means our meeting was nothing short of destiny. Now then, allow me to offer you this gift as a show of faith. The Zora armor. This increases our swim speed, and the Zora breastplate in particular allows us to climb waterfalls. So long as you wear this, you can ascend waterfalls just like a Zora. Please take good care of it. King Doraphon! Surely you do not really intend to give this outsider the Zora armor. Countless generations of Zora princesses have gifted that armor to the one they have sworn to marry. Princess Mipha made that one there with her own hands. It is far too important to entrust to a shady Hylian. He may be a champion, but Mipha had no such relationship with him. So why should he receive such an honor? This is just too much, my liege. I do not understand it one bit. Namuzu is not easily swayed once his mind is set. You must understand, he was in charge of educating my dear daughter Mipha. Naturally, she means a lot to him, just as she means the world to us. Ever since we lost her to the calamity, he has grown to despise Hylians. I hope you can forgive his rudeness. But what shall we do now? I tasked Muzu with finding the shock hours we will need to appease Varuta, but now he's rushed off in a huff. Link, do not let his words concern you. I will work this out with Muzu. I shall return shortly. I have plenty of shock arrows, it's fine. We can head out right now. Sidon, I suppose that means you are going to tell him. Link, Muzu's most likely at the square down below. Would you mind going down there? I would like you to try and speak with him. Sure. And let's put on that Zora armor. I really like how this looks. It has sort of Link's standard tunic appearance, but it is very clearly armor as well. It has the pauldrons and some scale armor. It looks really nice. And I wanna... There, I think that fits rather well with it. So let's go and speak with Muzu. See if he can't be swayed. Yo. You came all the way here, but it was in vain. I have no desire to speak with you. Listen well, Muzu. There's something you need to know. He who stands here, the man called Link, is the one whom my sister, Mipha, had feelings for. I was only a child then, so I did not know it myself at the time, but it is so. I grew up hearing my father tell stories, some of which were about my sister's undying love for a Hylian named Link. What? No. You cannot fool me with such a fanciful lie. Not this, Zora. How could Lady Mipha possibly have feelings for a Hylian like him? The facts are clear. He remembers nothing, even when he looks upon Mipha's statue. It is true, Muzu. Though you never knew it, he was ever in Mipha's heart.
I was thinking, this reminds me of the time we first met. You were just a reckless child, always getting yourself hurt at every turn. Every time, I would heal you, just as I'm doing right now. I thought it was funny how, being a Hylian, you looked grown up so much faster than I did. I was always willing to heal your wounds, even back then. So if this Calamity Ganon does in fact return, what can we really do? We I just don't seem to know much about what we'll be up against. But know this, that no matter how difficult this battle might get, if anyone ever tries to do you harm, then I will heal you. No matter when or how bad the wound, I hope you know that I will always protect you. Once this whole thing is over, maybe things can go back to how they used to be when we were young. You know, perhaps we could spend some time together.
I love Mifa a lot. She's probably my favorite of the champions. She's just so earnest and so kind, and the way she pines after Link kind of speaks to me. I'm kind of a sap for things like that. So, I just really like her a lot. She's really good. What is the matter, Link? Are you unwell? You're quibbling like a hatchling. Whatever is the matter? Mifa, I remember her now. What? Do not mistake me for a fool, Hylian. There is no way you remembered her just now, when it is most convenient. In any case, without solid proof, I cannot possibly take you at your word. If you have any such proof, now it is the time to show it. Do so, and I shall tell you how to get those shock arrows. Yes, as well as anything else you wish to know. Have you truly not figured it out yet? Simply take a closer look at what Link is wearing. You really think changing your clothes is going to make me... What in the... That is the Zora armor from before. Lady Mifa made that by hand, and yet it fits you perfectly. What is the meaning of this? Now you understand, do you not? Now you know who her heart belonged to, and who she made this special armor for. The fact that this armor fits Link perfectly should be proof enough that Mifa made it for him, and him alone. You have always disliked Hylians, even before the Great Calamity. That is why Mifa never told you. Now that you know, you must promise to help him save us all, Muzu. Please, tell us where we can find the shock arrows we need. Knowing you, I bet you have already figured it out. I would have never imagined she would make that special armor for one such as he. I do not approve of asking for help from a Hylian, but I suppose it is our only option at this point. I am a proud Zora. That means I must take responsibility for my unwarranted behavior towards you. As promised, I shall tell you where you can collect as many shock arrows as you will need. That tall mountain over yonder. It is called Ploymus Mountain, and there you will also find Shatterback Point. A terrifying creature has made its home up there. This awful beast shoots volley after volley of shock arrows. Even a single one could be fatal to a Zora. Aha! You must mean that Lionel. He's a man-beast, that one. That beast does indeed wield shock arrows. That is certainly one way to collect them quickly. He is vicious, to be sure, but I'm certain Link will rise to the challenge. In order to appease the divine beast, I estimate that you'll need at least 20 shock arrows. Do you think you can gather that many? I already have that many. Well, what do you have here? It seems you already have some shock arrows. Still, if you need any more, you can always go to Ploymus Mountain to restock. I'm not sure that'll be necessary. Link, I'll be waiting for you at East Reservoir Lake, right by the Divine Beast. When you are ready, join me there. I'm on it! Wonderful! Together we shall stop that Divine Beast's onslaught. I won't need to head to Ploymus Mountain. We've already seen Lionel's many a times, and while that is meant to be your first encounter with a Lionel, again, I've already encountered many of them, so that will be unnecessary. Though there's one shock arrow in particular I want to grab. It is the one from this guy. Yeah! Damn it, Segan. Lady Mifa, watch this. I, Segan, the aptly named Demon Sergeant, shall strike against the divine beast Valruta. What you doing? You're Link! Finally, I can avenge Lady Mifa. It has been 100 years since you last showed your face here. Now I, Segan, will cut you down myself. What do you mean, man? Playing dumb, eh? Nice try, but you cannot fool me, Champion Link. You were unable to protect Lady Mifa from Calamity Ganon. It has been 100 years since we lost her. Poor Lady Mifa, how heartbreaking. I won't fail her again. Anyway, Segan is basically just destroying himself, trying to build up his resistance to shock arrows. So I'm gonna stop him. Look. Yes, that is exactly my intention. I'm going there right now to appease Valruta. So you just relax. Like, yeah, he estimated we needed 20. I have 83 of these damn things. We'll be fine. So let's just go meet Prince Sidon and appease that divine beast. And yeah, you'll probably need, yeah, you'll definitely need to use the Zora armor to reach Ploymus Mountain. But again, we're not heading there. We don't need to. Instead, I'm just gonna head straight up here, and it will be time. However, I'm going to stop that right here, because I think we should take care of that in the next episode. So, I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you so very much for watching. I will see you then.